Hello, my friends. Good afternoon. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are at. I'm having a fantastic day. It's a little rainy and cloudy, but it's still awesome. Today's topic I want to share about is all things work together for our ultimate good. And sometimes it's difficult to understand the process of our journey, but I think taking each individual experience and trying to understand that this is for my ultimate good is only going to enhance our process faster. What I want to say by that is you take a cake, you know, when we go to the bakery, we pick it up and we say like, wow, this is so good. So, everybody has that preference, vanilla, chocolate, or ice cream cake, whatever it is. We never put two and two together in the back of our mind. And some do, but normally people just pick up the cake, they enjoy it, they share it with others, and so forth. But to make that cake, the baker had to go through several processes to make that delicious cake. And the ingredients he was putting in to make that cake were not by itself tasty. Like vanilla essence is not tasty by itself. Flour is not tasty by itself. Eggs are not tasty by itself. Sugar, yes, it is. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but people like it sweet, so it tastes better. Salt by itself doesn't. But when all that's put together, it becomes a delicious cake. And that's with our life. With individual experiences are not always great. But when it's all said and done, the ultimate goal, the destination we get to is amazing. For me to go from here to Paris is I have to go through process. Even if I went with the most comfortable way, I get into a first class, I get into a private lounge. All those are extremely comfortable. But still, there are turbulences that I have to deal with, even in that comfort. And I have to go, I might not like the journey that it takes 9 hours, 8 hours, how time it takes to get to Paris. But we know when we get to Paris, it's going to be an amazing time in Paris. And that is the ultimate goal, is to getting to Paris. So all the process of going through the security checks, going through luggage and all that we face in travel, we don't like those experiences. And it's the same thing with this guy that I wanted to share about. His name is Solomon. And in the nutshell, I would say is he came from poverty to the max poverty that I can think of. I remember him not having proper shoes. I remember him wearing torn clothes. I remember him not having food and not eating for days at a time. He would come and get food when we served, our family did. All his journey was horrible because he didn't have the resources. He would borrow books from people to take his school exams because he did not have textbooks. He couldn't purchase them. He couldn't afford them. Now and then family would help. My family would help. But he was not able to do that in so many levels. But today, with all those experiences he had, us, in outward experience, we would say like, oh, he's not going to make it in the world. Because all the situation that he was facing was ultimately hopeless. But the Creator knew better. And Solomon stayed his course. And today, he's one of the executives for a company. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got beautiful kids. He's a grandfather. He's got a lot of gold, a lot of property. A man whose roof was a tarp, today has properties, has a furniture, and his bed was just plain sheet. If he could find, other family members had to share. So he would end up on a newspaper, and the tarp, another tarp, or a garbage bag would be his blanket. Against all those odds, his experiences, today he has traveled the world. And Solomon just connected with me pandemic time, and he said, "You won't believe how my life turned out. Your family helped me. And without your family, I would have not been here." But of course, he gave credit to the Creator that the Creator connected him to us, to our family, my parents, my aunt. They all helped him be who he is today. So his experiences, personal, were not the greatest. But today he's enjoying a lap of luxury. Now somebody who walks into his life right now and say, "You have it all. You got it." But they don't know his journey of the tears that he had to bear because he didn't have food to eat. And he was an outcast from the society because the way he looked, the way he dressed. Today, he's a big shot. And one day I'm hoping that he could be on this channel and share his journey. So you may ask, why am I saying all this? The reason I'm saying that is your experiences today always are counting for great things to happen in your life. Even if it's the most horrible thing you're going through. And I know it says, "Nivesh, you have no idea." And there are some horrible experiences people are having. It's not great. And they're like, "What's good in this? I don't see it." But sometimes you have to look deeper and say, if I was not in that accident and got hurt and scraped up and broken bones or whatever the experience you had in that accident, you wouldn't be able to have an empathy or sympathize with people who have gone through that same journey and say, like, "I know what you're feeling. I know you're hurt. I know your pain." So some of those experiences, no matter how bad they are, they're always teaching us something. It's a learning curve for all of us. I'll tell you, some of the things that I go through, I hate it. And I sometimes question God, why? Can't you just make it so easy? Why are you making it so difficult? You got to be kidding me. But he says, if you fail to experience what you are feeling now, how can you understand others? How can you sympathize with them? How can you have empathy? How can you be able to find solutions to the problems that are there in the world? And of course, our attitude will be, well, why have problems? Well, if that was the case, then we wouldn't need the Creator. We wouldn't need anything, And God, people sometimes blame God and say, "Hey, why does he have to do all that?" He doesn't. He has given us free choices. We do it. And then we blame God. We use God or Creator or energy, whatever you want to call it. We use an excuse for our convenience. We use God for our convenience. And when we don't want him, we throw him out. And then we blame him when things don't go right. We blame him. Or we blame the world. But we are making those choices. And we have to make those choices right now too. Is what are we doing with the experiences we are getting? Am I learning something out of this? So those experiences sometimes we felt was because we didn't know we were going to help this person. We believe in coincidences, or you believe in divine appointment, whatever your choice of words you want to use. Everything happens for a reason. And that reason sometimes it doesn't make sense. But when we get past that, we realize, oh, I had to do this so I could have this, or this happened because I could be a source for a help for somebody else. So all these things work out only for our benefit. And scripture says all things work together for good to them that are called according to his purpose. We are all called to be purposeful in our journey. And to find that purpose, we need to keep walking in that journey and enjoy those experiences with positivity. We may not like it, we may hate it, but even in that hate of that experience, it's uncomfortable, it's bad, it's horrible. But say, there is something good gonna come out of it. I am gonna learn something. I'm gonna be able to teach something. And that is what is gonna get us through to our ultimate goal. By this, I'll end my video. I hope you have a fantastic day in doing whatever you wanna do, and make sure you know that your experiences, great, small, good, bad, they're all for a reason, because you will find out at the end it was all for your benefit. Even if you make bad choice, God will turn it around for good if you let him. And he will help you through. By that, I will say have a wonderful day. If you like this video, please share, subscribe, and let people know that they have a friend. Take care. Bye-bye.